Jesus is the light of the world, meaning his teaching is enlightening and straightforward to understand. If you ever asked yourself, how do I please God? The answer is read the Gospels. The core message of all four Gospels is Jesus being the light in the world. Jesus brings understanding to a complex book, the Bible. So the best way to live and prosper is by following the Torah and the prophets in the manner that Jesus teaches. My initial experience with churchgoers was that they were stuck-up people who thought they had all the answers about life. They claimed to follow a man who preached peace and repentance, but they did not follow his teachings. Before becoming a believer in Jesus Christ, I pondered from time to time the hypocrisy of Christians. However, every religious organization has people who do not believe in the laws of the Lord and that they apply to them. Luckily, or by divine grace, this fact did not disturb me when Jesus called upon me. In my vision, I was told to learn the Gospels, then go out and preach the original message of Jesus Christ. I went into pastoral ministry with the naive attitude that everyone would be Christ-like and treat me well. Since I was a Jewish convert, I should have been received with open arms. What a better victory for a church. Well, no matter what your background is, a new follower of Jesus is a fantastic thing for the kingdom of heaven. I became a local pastor in the United Methodist Church and then an ordained elder. I was so thrilled to be appointed to my first parish. What a train wreck that was. I was appointed as the associate pastor. The senior pastor was not up to par, and I'm being really nice about that. Unfortunately, I experienced anti-Semitism at every church I was appointed to. I became discouraged from time to time about being a pastor in a church. But my lovely bride encouraged me to continue on. She would remind me about the wonderful souls I was able to help and encourage to walk closer to Jesus Christ. I had many victories. It is easy to dwell upon the harsh condition of the church. It is difficult at times, but extremely satisfying to remember the victories. So many pastors would say something similar to my statement. Pastoral ministry is challenging because the majority of the people do not follow the example of Jesus Christ. I wish at times I had the power to force people to read Kempis's book, My Imitation of Christ, and then make them accountable for their words and actions. Reading this book and genuinely attempting to be Christ-like would not only individually improve many Christians, but it would also shine the light of Christ into the world. Since Jesus is not here to shine the light into the world, it is up to us. Remember that true Christianity and true Christians need to carry the light of Jesus into the world. You know, I like the Christmas hymn, Go Shout It on the Mountaintop, because that's exactly what the church needs to be doing. Every Christian following Jesus' teachings should shout out his or her love for Jesus and the world. It's not difficult to emulate Jesus. It is the most rewarding thing that one can do. The charge is for every Christian to live a life that is imitation of Jesus' life. It's not a difficult thing to do. Anyone can do it. The hardest part of imitation is to see all people positively. And yes, that is difficult. Not impossible, though. Even disconnected Christians have goodness in them. The goodness, when brought forward, becomes the light that Jesus spoke about. Every person who is baptized into Jesus' life, death, and resurrection has at least the spark of Jesus' light in them. The church's task today should actually be the reigniting of that spark in its members. The evangelism should be within the church now. Evangelizing new converts is a good and a Jesus command. However, suppose the church crumbles into ruin because of the apathy of its members. In that case, it'll be done one day and we'll lose the ability to make disciples. So let me say it this way. The church's infrastructure is broken. It is critical to fix it when? Now. The first fix has to be done through the membership. And the church, this can be done. Fix your internal problems with discipleship and leadership instead of sending resources to make new disciples. In many churches, the percentage of the members attending is relatively low. The church needs to get that percentage over 90%, and then it can concentrate on going out. The infrastructure of the church needs to be fixed now. So, spread the light that Jesus brought us internally now. God bless you for listening to this message. I hope it helps you in some way. And as always, shalom.